Hello, I'm Emma Challans-Rasool and I'm a Director of Organisational Development, Culture and Talent. I applied for the programme really for many reasons, but the main one to start with was with regards to personal development, and that was about me being an aspiring director, and I wanted to be part of the programme to learn what it was meant to be a director. Personally, there was quite a bit of a learning curve for me. But what I did find is that from that development and opportunity, it started to make me think differently. It started to make me have different conversations, be more engaging, listen more. So there were many things that I did actually get out of the programme from a personal perspective that I probably didn't realise when I first started it. There were loads of experience really. It was challenging. It was inspiring. My experience was that it really stretched me in terms of my capability, thinking, style, approach. My other experience is actually how much we needed to work together as a team about being part of the programme. So when I look back and I think about the colleagues who were part of Shadow Board with me, and therefore what did our organisation get back from being part of the Shadow Board programme? What I ascertained from that is that we had very collaborative conversations. So from that, we took quite a lot of collective development. So we learnt together, we had conversations together, talked about difficult stuff together. And particularly, I would say that what we learned was being vulnerable in a space where there were things where you felt massively out of your comfort zone. But I think what we did as an organisation is actually we created a space, a supportive space where we could all learn together, feel vulnerable together, but from that improve together. And I think that's the real added value that the organisation got back from the Shadow Board programme. Because we acted like a shadow board and we had a chair and the papers that were reviewed were those that would go into an actual trust board, public facing board, we had an opportunity to almost play out the board prior to it happening. And the relevant exec or chair of that shadow board was in that space with us, and then equally they were going to be in the space of the actual formal trust public facing board, and they fed back to us that they were being part of conversations that they'd not really had before, or we were being curious, asking questions, presenting in a way that actually was a new experience for them as well. And with that, then we had feedback as a shadow board that some of the conversations at Trust Board, the formal Trust Public Board, had started to change, or they felt were different based on the shadow board experience. So there was also learning that the executive team and Trust Board took away from it. And importantly, we should all keep reminding ourselves of that and to not become complacent and always assess ourselves. Are we effective? Are we efficient as a board? And can we do better? For me personally, it reassured me, but also, I suppose, gave me that extra energy to become an exec director, which I'm really proud that 3 years ago I did become an exec director, and I do believe that the programme helped me with that. So if I think about being part of the programme and think about myself now as a leader, as an exec director, member of a board, the programme really helped me, or I would say actually it springboarded me, I think is something that I would say. And it allows me now to be an exec director or a member of a board, or at least working at that leadership level, to actually have an appreciation and understanding of what's required. So what I mean by that is that I'm now able to go in to board scenarios or environments and prepare well, to have a good level of understanding, awareness of what people require, what's needed. Also importantly, who are people I might want to engage with before I go into those spaces and environments. And I think the other bit that's really helped me as a leader is actually having a greater appreciation and understanding for other executive portfolios. So, for example, finance, quality, patient safety, people and culture, and actually the agendas that those senior leaders lead on. And actually, if I have a better understanding, appreciation, awareness, one, I can respectfully challenge, I can support my peers, but also I can be curious. So the programme is stretching, it's challenging, it's rewarding, but what I'll also say is it is fun. So I personally got to connect and learn alongside colleagues that I'd never really worked with much before, never really knew a lot about. I got to know about them, got to know about their roles. So actually you're building relationships with people who are in your organisation and are also part of your leadership team that you probably never did before and never gave them the time. So what I will say is I really enjoyed that. I got a lot out of it. Yes, you can have fun when you're part of development programs. And when you're learning together, the sense of achievement together is really rewarding too. And you should celebrate that. So yeah, I just wanted to also recognise that you can have fun while you're learning, and hopefully you'll have a great experience as what I did.